say anything to him. I mean,
so you can't like get out the car and just start walking back, like, you know, because you're not. He wasn't technically in Mexico yet, you know.
Gang.
YouTube, today back with another video, man. We got my boy Atoji, you know. I think that's how you say it, but we gonna hop right into it. I ain't gonna do too much talking.
This TikToker deported her ex-boyfriend when she found out he cheated on her.
Oh wow.
People get famous for all sorts of stuff, but deporting your ex-boyfriend is definitely an interesting come-up story. And I mean, hey, there's a lot of confusion when it comes to this story as it went down on the Latin American side of TikTok. But this is so viral that it spilled into the English side of things due to how ridiculous the headline is. I mean, come on. She deported her boyfriend because he cheated on her. That's insane. So the main video has 40 million views. Here are the claims. You have this TikToker by name of MontsUser555 who went through a very rough patch in her life with her now ex-boyfriend. There were two main issues with their relationship. Number one, apparently he lied to her about his citizenship. Number two, he cheated on her. When she found out that he was here illegally and cheated on her, she came up with this devious plan, to put it lightly. You know, just kind of kidnapping him and...
I mean, is she wrong though? She ain't, you know? Whoa, hold on. Let's see what he
bringing
finna
him
say.
back across the border. How did she do this though? Well, she surprised him by going to Six Flags because conveniently she was 2 hours away from Six Flags and 2 hours away from the border. So they left the night before so they could spend the whole next day at Six Flags. She drove, he was tired, so he fell asleep. And when he woke up, he was at the Mexican border crossing. Oh boy. And there's a few reasons I'm making this video. Number one, the headline is just so bizarre. And number two, there is so many English comments on this video going, what's going on? We see the headline, but we don't know the story. Can someone translate it? So I took it upon myself to try to run it through an AI dubbing tool so we too can get the gist of what's happening. Obviously, it's a dubbing tool. It's not going to be 100% accurate, but it's good enough to where we actually understand the story. So let's take a look at that together.
Okay, story time of how I returned my ex-boyfriend to Mexico without him noticing. Well, to begin with,
such a bizarre story.
They were cheating on me because we had gone on vacation. So when we got...
She wouldn't have left Mexico. I ain't gonna lie. Her rap would have got found in Mexico.
Back, I wanted to transfer some photos to my cell phone. And then if you see that, I mean, on the iPhone, like the 2-up, and you see like many tabs, and here in the United States, Snap is used a lot. So there was a message, and I remember that I got in to see the messages, and in Snap, the messages are erased. So I remember that I saw, I mean, the message, and there were many that were saved. And you can see them, I mean, they are not deleted. And I remember that there were even photos, and I said, no, I mean, he's cheating on me. And I remember that I got in, and I saw the name, and I got into his contacts, and I said, I mean, that's very cheeky, that... And I realized then that I went to the bathroom like this. But the bathroom
I'm so wondering, like, why it sound weird, but he using, like, a translation thing, you feel me? So...
I was crying, and I was angry, and I was... The truth is, I was thinking, I mean, this can't stay like this. I mean, I need revenge. I wanted revenge, the truth. And I was thinking, what can I do? What can I do? And I thought, if I tell him what... I mean, I'm going to tell him what I saw, and I mean, I'm going to run him off.
The dude quite literally effed around and found out. I mean, they look young. They look young 20s.
Yeah, he dumb. I mean, yeah, he dumb. Shit, I ain't finna be... Hell nah.
So,
I wouldn't even
you
be
really
by
did
the
F
border,
around and find out. So she's really starting the movement. Don't cheat. You might get deported if you don't have a citizenship. The situation's so bizarre. I mean, oh man.
But he's going to go with her. I mean, and I was also like, I mean, I'll help you come and everything. And like, I felt like, well, I mean, he's going to come out on top, you know? And I remember what I thought. I said, I'm going to send him back to Mexico. And I thought, well, obviously, if I tell him to go back to Mexico, he's obviously not stupid. I mean, nobody's going to say no to me. I mean, he's just going to leave my apartment, and that's all. And I remember that I thought, I am going to take him back to Mexico because he's not going to leave. I said he is never going to leave. Then I remember that San Antonio, where we live, is 2 hours away from San Antonio, and it is at the same time. I mean, San Antonio is 2 hours away, and Laredo is 2 hours away.
Yeah, I would have killed her. I ain't gonna lie. But look, the way the border is right now, like, it ain't even gonna be that hard to get back over here. I mean, it's gonna cost. It's definitely gonna cost a lot of money depending on how you do it, but it ain't even that hard to get back over here.
I feel like she had the directions. Like there was two pathways here. Either she could yell at him and throw a flip-flop at him, or deport him. clearly Latina rage is no joke. And I can say that because I've been with a half Latina for more than 7 years now. Clearly with some, it's especially not a joke. This is just such a wild story.
But I rocked the road to San Antonio, and I also rocked the road to get to Laredo. So I remember I said, I'm going to tell him. He was a yes.
This
I
was
thought, I'm going to
Texas,
tell
man. They
him,
went
let's go to
Texas.
San Antonio right now to go to Six Flags tomorrow because everything was lined up. Everything, because he was resting the next day. And I remember I told him, no, we are going to Six Flags tomorrow, and we are leaving right now. I mean, now that it is night, and we arrived to take advantage of the whole day, and it was already happening. Tomorrow we are not coming back, and we were already making reservations at Quinta. And I remember that, right? I thought, and no, I mean, if he wants us to stop, I mean, on the way to the bathroom or something like that, to look on the GPS for an exit, I mean, for a gas or a Stripes or something, or if he wants to eat at a Wendy's, something nearby, and then he will realize that we are not going to San Antonio, we are going to Laredo. I mean, I was thinking, right? And I remember before we left, I told him, like, hey, don't you want to go to the bathroom? I mean, go to the bathroom so we can go, I mean, straight to the bathroom.
So she's just fully masterminded
Yeah,
this.
she
In front of
thought
my house,
about the
there's a
whole
strip
thing.
mall. So in the strip mall, I told him, well, we have to buy things, and that's it. And I said to her, no, well, I will drive all the time. And because it was not much time, it was 2 hours. And I said to her, I will drive all the time. You go to sleep. And now when we get to the hotel, I will talk to you. I mean, so
Well, I was gonna pop her tires or something. Like, as soon as we got in Mexico, I was gonna do something, boy. I wasn't gonna let her leave like that. That shit dead.
you can rest. And I remember that when the first checkup happened, we were going to arrive. And I remember that I was thinking, oh, no, I mean, if I'm going to get to the hotel, I'm not going to get to the hotel. Oh, no, I mean, if it will be right or wrong. But I remembered the messages, but I was so angry. I mean, I swear to you that I had a bad feeling. I swear to you that I had a feeling of anger. I mean, I would come back and I would say, yes, it's good that you are doing this. I mean, I was cheering myself because then I would think, no, I mean, what a bad weight.
She deported him in rage. This is such an insane story.
Yeah, she a tweaker.
On one
I
side,
ain't gonna lie.
yeah, man, don't cheat on your girl.
Right,
On the
yeah.
other, she kidnapped him. This is just like so many levels of messed up.
But then I would also think, I mean, I brought it, I'll return it, and I had paid, and it was like, no, I'm going to...
Head over to sendthevote.com.
Bro, ain't nobody finna vote, little bro. Come on, man. Shit throwing me
return
off.
it to you. And I remember that I went through the first one, and in the first one, I mean, it just went through. I mean, they didn't even say anything to me. And in the second one, when you go to Mexico, if they see that there is a little side like that, then they stop you and you go into customs, like, to check your things. So on that side, they did that to me. They told me, no, come to the other side. I mean, to go to the other side, that they were going to check the truck, and I already lowered the glass, and it is in that glass that I went up that they are checking it, right? And I
Was
remember
he
that-
awake?
I mean, they were checking,
Right.
the truck, and obviously he had already noticed, and he started to tell me that, no, why are you doing this to me? What are you doing and all that? And, well, I mean, I didn't say anything to him. I mean,
So you can't like get out the car and just start walking back, like, you know, cause he wasn't technically in Mexico yet, you know. I just would've, you know, I don't know how that shit worked.
tell him, like, I really told him, no, well, you want to be a bastard? Well, be a bastard, I told him, but start with zeros. And you come and I'll bring you, I don't know, or I'll help you, I don't know. But, well, you're not going to use me. I told him, if you want to be a bastard, be a bastard. And now I'm leaving you here, I told him. Now I'm leaving you here. I mean, he couldn't go back, you know? Because we were already there on the line. And we passed by and he was saying that they give you, like, these permits and all that. Well, I turned around and got him off. And I remember that I am there in sarcasm. I took out a $50 and I still threw it to him. And I told him, well, what's the use of it? Because anyway, I mean, he had his wallet and he was carrying. The only thing he kept was what he was bringing for.
So I don't know
Yeah,
the
that bitch
context
was
of how
bad.
long this guy's been in the U.S., but like, if he was one of those cases where he was like been in the U.S. like almost his entire life, and then suddenly his crazy ex drops him off across the border, he's alone in the middle of the night with $50. Yeah, I think he regretted cheating. Holy shit!
Yeah,
What do you even
you
do in
regret
that
everything.
situation? I mean, you are cooked. But again, this is really banking on how long he's been in the U.S. Like, if he has a full connection network and like knows people and has family in Mexico, that makes things a lot easier for him. But if he was just abandoned there and his whole family's on the state side, oh boy. Yeah, this is definitely a very interesting ethical litmus test.
Yeah, it is. Just, I would have killed that bitch, boy. I ain't gonna lie. What the fuck? You gonna leave me in Mexico? I don't even know nobody. Well, I don't know who we know. You feel me? But he should have been a little more locked in, you know. Cause every time I'm on the road trip, I'm always checking them out. I'm always making sure we going to where we going. I want to know how far or how long it's gonna be until we make it. Like, that's just me personally, you know. So you let this bitch drive you out in the middle of nowhere, you feel me? Talking about y'all going to Six Flags. Man. Bitch.
For how you feel in the story. Either way, that the whole story is laughably stupid. I mean, I have never heard of this. The fact that she would happily kidnap him and then tell the whole story of how she committed this felony for TikTok clout is definitely fascinating.
The next day we were going to go to Six Flags, and he was bringing prices, and he was bringing money and his cell phone, and I said, I mean, I didn't really care about it. Then he came back, but from there, I mean, I don't know about his life, but I remember, I mean, that day when I was coming back, I was thinking, oh, good. I mean, like, what did I do? I mean, I was coming back like one of those times, like, what did I just do? Like, as a big girl, like, what did I do? This is big, you know?
Yeah, it's really
and now,
big.
I mean, but to this
Yeah, I
day,
don't
I
think
don't
she's
regret
saying
it.
that.
I mean, for me, it's the best thing I've ever done because, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
what I
she
thought,
definitely was saying something else. The translation got it fucked up right there.
well, I thought, I mean, I was deceived, but I never used it. And now, I mean, that was my revenge. To this day, I don't feel bad. The truth is, I don't feel bad about it.
The thing about TikTok, like, this hoe could have been lying about this whole story, you know? Like, that's the thing with the internet in general. Like, people just can just lie. And it's so believable to certain people because it's like, people don't know, you feel me? They just looking at it for face value, you know? So, yeah, she could be lying because they don't even, I don't know.
And I'm like, oh, that's
I don't see
mean,
nobody
like,
being that
screwed
goofy.
you?
And how you that goofy? You don't
Yes,
know
Ryan
where you
found out.
going.
Oh boy. She then made some follow-up TikToks where she's essentially just like lip syncing and briefly mentioning this. And also this is all in Spanish, so I'm literally Google translating this so we can get the context. And it says, me seeing that what he confessed is a crime and he could settle for that. If my ex sues me for tricking him into taking him or sees this border patrol, we say that we didn't find him or that it was a joke for TikTok and we didn't want to leave him okay or second part in jail. You know, Google Translate clearly is not doing this flawlessly, but we get the gist here. Then you have this border TikTok.
Not really, not me.
You tricked me, but while you were doing it, I taught my nephews to do this and I screwed you. What a win. They got to go in Mexico in. Apart from that, we have more atmosphere, but before we go, some calls for Ray to a few hallucinations at Six Flags. I think to a few delusionals at Six Flags is what I'm assuming this means. So the delusionals who get angry because I return it are the same ones who came looking to get married so they can get fixed and only ended up with child support and no papers. Right. While this story is beyond laughably stupid and bizarre, if this is actually real, that's the definition of kidnapping. She kidnapped.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I don't believe this, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't believe this because I don't know. There's just not enough details and not enough proof that it happened to me.
Fascinating. I feel like at this point, TikTok and Kick, the users on those platforms are just going band for band for the wildest story possible. Because
yeah, that's why I think it is. This is
but I mean,
really
hey,
the shock value.
She didn't humiliate herself like this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I believe that, bro. Y'all comment below and let me know if y'all believe this story, cause it don't sound too real to me personally. Like, you know, like I don't see nobody. For one, I don't see nobody being that stupid to the point where you let somebody drive you 2 hours, you don't check your phone or nothing. You feel me? I know they got signs on the way there and shit. You know, it's dark. You sleep. You know you just cheated on this girl. You know. I don't know. I just don't see it being true, but it could be. But the internet, you know. So that's about it for this video. It look like we all done though. But y'all like, comment, subscribe, fuck with everything in the description, man. Shit, we gone. Gang.
Gang.